Going to continue with the chapter interior of the earth. Before going to the details about this chapter, I'm going to have a little revision of the first part. So the chapter interior of the earth actually means actually deals with the inner structure of the earth. The earth is basically have three most important structure, that is the crust, mantle and the core. So today I'm going to discuss about the crust. Okay, so the crust is actually the outermost part of the earth, which is basically made up of two things: rock and soil. Okay, so this outer layer of the earth on which we live, on which our ocean and continent are present, we are calling that thing as the crust. Okay, so the crust is made up of the two things, one is the rock and the soil. Okay, the average thickness of the crust is about 5 kilometer below under this ocean, and it is 50 kilometer under the continent. So the crust has also got different type of the thickness. Under the ocean the thickness is about 5 kilometer, under the continent the thickness is about 50 kilometer. Because the earth crust is very much rigid in nature, as a result of that both P and S waves can pass through it. Now I am going to go into details about the oceanic crust and the continental crust. Oceanic crust. Okay, the part of the crust that is present in the ocean, or where the ocean is present on the crust portion of the earth, we are calling it as the oceanic crust. The oceanic crust is heavier. Why it is heavier? Because it is primarily made up of one rock, that is basalt. The basalt is one of the heaviest rock, because the oceanic crust is made up of this primarily basalt rock. So as a result of that, the oceanic crust is heavier. The average density of this oceanic crust is about 3.0 to 3.3 gram per cubic meter. Okay, and this is a continuous layer which has got an average thickness of 5 kilometer. It is also called as Saima. Why? Because of the presence of two minerals. One is silica and another thing is magnesium. Okay, so we have taken the first two letter of the silica and the first two letter of the magnesium, and the name Saima came. Okay, next is the continental crust. So what this continental crust is actually, it is the crust that lies over the oceanic crust. Okay, it is lighter than the oceanic crust, and it has got an average density of 2.7 to 3.0 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so why this oceanic crust is lighter? Because of the presence of granitic rock. Okay, so the oceanic crust is primarily made up of this granitic rock, and as a result of this oceanic crust is lighter than the continental crust is primarily made up of this granitic rock, and that is why it is very much lighter than the oceanic crust, because the oceanic crust is primarily made up of basalt, which is much more heavier than the granite, and as a result of that the oceanic rock or oceanic crust is very much heavier than the continental crust. The oceanic crust is also known as another name, which is known as the sial. Sial stand for two different types of minerals. One is silica and another is aluminium. Okay, so these two minerals are the basic element that we find in the continental crust, so that is why it is also known as the sial. So we have taken the first two letter of this silica and first two letter of the aluminum, and from this the name sial came. Okay, so you can understand the two common thing between the continent and the oceanic crust. The common portion of both the continent and the oceanic crust is that in both continental crust and the oceanic crust the silica is present. Clear? These two rock layers of crust, basically the sigma and the sial, is being separated by a discontinuity known as cornered discontinuity. Okay, so what this discontinuity actually means, or what does this word discontinuity means over here? It is actually the surface of separation of two rock layers. Okay, so actually this corner discontinuity is separating the two rock layers, that is the sial and the sigma. Okay, so the sial and the sigma, sial is basically the continents and sigma is basically the ocean. So the continents and the oceans are being separated by one surface layer of separation, that we are calling it as the cornered discontinuity. It is being named, means cornered discontinuity, this is being named after the scientist, or after the seismologist Cornard. Cornard is the first person who discovered this line of separation between the sial and sigma, and that is why it is being known as the cornered discontinuity. Okay, so another thing that you can think, that why this sial is lying above the sigma, the reason is because that the sial is made up of the lighter rocks and the sigma is made up of heavier rock. Okay, heavier rock means it is mainly made up of the basalt, and this is mainly made up of granite. Okay, as a result of that, we all know that the heavier metal always sinks down and above that the lighter materials float. Similarly, the same thing happens over here also. The lighter material is just lying above the heavier material. Apart from silicon, magnesium, aluminium, the crust also made up of different constituents like oxygen. The percentage of oxygen is 46.6%. Then it has got aluminium percentage is 8.1%. then silicon percentage, when silica percentage is about 27.7%, iron is about 5.1%, calcium is about 3.6%, magnesium is about 2.6%, potassium is about 2.6%, sorry, magnesium is actually 2.1%, and other minerals are also found over here, other constituents are also found here, which amounts for about 1.5%. Okay, so this is all about the percentage of different constituents that are present or that made the earth crust. Okay, so this is all about the crust portion of the earth. I'm going to continue with the rest of the portion in my next video. So thank you everybody.